And we're recording. And we're recording in the dark.
Ooh.
No, it's not the dark. But, Gary.
Yes, William.
La Llorona. Actually, my wife told me it's La Llorona. Because the
La
two L's
Llorona.
is like a Y.
Okay.
You watched it, didn't you?
I did.
What did you think?
I thought it was fucking awful.
It's awful. Marchese and Buller.
Welcome to the Horror with Marchese and Buller podcast. My name's Gary Anthony Buller, and this is my co-host, William Marchese. This week we both watched The Curse of La Llorona.
Yes, because the two L's.
Yes,
make
because
a Y.
yeah, it's not La Llorona, La Llorona. As far as I can tell, it's based around Hispanic folklore, Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
About a lady who drowned her two children to spend more time with her lover or something.
The husband, she was like the most beautiful woman in the town or something, or the land in that area. And the husband went and he got a younger woman. And to punish him, she went and killed the kids. When she realized what she did, she was, so she flew off the handle a little bit, and got, did an anger sort of thing, and she's paying for it now, eternity.
Right. So she drowned the children, felt overwhelming guilt, and then drowned herself. And now the Mexican folklore is that if keep away from the rivers and don't be naughty if you're a child or something. It's just like a folk tale to keep kids behaving.
Yeah, I mean, it started in Mexico, but my wife said that it's like a Spanish boogeyman. I thought it was okay. There was a point where I was like, oh, God, what's going on? Then the priest is talking to the main character, and he kind of hints about a connection to the universe of Annabelle.
Yeah, there's a shot of the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, he said he had to deal with that. So I thought that was cool that it was in the same universe. So I was like, okay, this picked up a couple of notches just because of that. Yeah. And then it turned into, with the guy, Tuco, from Breaking Bad. If anybody's a Breaking Bad fan, they'll know Tuco is one of the evil guys that...
one of the drug dealers that
Jesse.
comes up against Jesse.
And Walter White had to deal with. Great actor. I love his character. I love the character in this one as well. He's a priest that kind of went rogue, but he still believes in God. He just doesn't believe in the church. And so he's going and he's helping these people out. It turns into... It's not so realistic, but it turns, and Gary will understand this, into a sort of Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
It goes into like an Evil Dead type thing where it's more... Not comedy, because Evil Dead is kind of a comedy. It goes like maybe the first Evil Dead, where it's still serious, but it's more like a superhero movie. Like things that are happening are kind of, I don't know if this, like with the seeds from the tree. When you watch the movie, you'll understand what we're talking about. These things, they become a little bit more, they're taking your believability to the limit. So, but it's still good in the way that it's cool. It's got a cool thing to it. Just the way like Iron Man is cool. It's still horror. It's still got those jump scares. It's still got the things. But it's not super great. To me, I liked it, but I didn't think it was a great movie.
Just to kind of clarify for the listeners, the plot of it is around, as we said, La Llorona, this woman who died, killed herself, the ghost of this woman. And she's set free by, is she, we would call her a social worker. What would you guys call her?
Social worker, yeah.
A social worker. So a social worker goes to a house where there are two troubled children. She finds them locked in this cupboard with all this symbolism all over the door. She lets them out. As a result, the spirit's released and is hunting these two kids down. It kills the two kids. It's not much of a spoiler because it's really early in the film. And comes after social worker's own children. And as Will said, she goes to the church. Priest pushes her in the direction of this Spanish gentleman, Mexican gentleman, the guy from Breaking Bad, who was a priest, but now he's a bit more... He's like a cross between a priest and a white witch or something.
Well, they call them faith healers. I forgot what the Spanish word is. but they're called faith, like faith healers in English.
Yeah. La Llorona is a crying ghost, Ring-esque. In as far as she wears a wedding dress and it's all white, she's got the dark hair and she cries. The film is a vehicle for jump scares. I didn't like it because the kind of believability factor. I mean, I know it's fiction, and I know it's not supposed to be real and it's not supposed to be ultra realistic and it's about legend and about a ghost. But certain things just really annoyed me while I was watching it. For example, this woman's a social worker, and yet and her husband died. He used to be a policeman, who's the father of her children. Her husband died. And she has this massive house to herself, which just so happens to be like a scary haunted mansion, with a huge pool, which from the very beginning you realise is going to be integral to the plot. And then, straight away it's sort of signposted, this is going to be part of what's going to happen. And then the social worker just lets her kids go, she leaves them in cars, she she leaves them playing, right on the other side of this massive mansion that she's got, even though, at one point her daughter was almost drowned. The scene you described with the seeds on the floor, which I can tell you that's fair enough. I understand that, certain cultures do say, you lie in a place with chalk, it can protect you from the evil, and I get the origins of that, but then the social worker and the priest, the faith healer, are stupid enough to put this stuff down, said to everyone, don't break this line, otherwise this ghost is going to come in. And then straight away, the girl is an idiot, and she goes and, there's a doll outside, and she has to go and reach for it. Do you know what I mean? And there's a shot of this, the line of 3 seeds or whatever it is, and there's a shot of her reaching, and you just know what's going to happen.
Like, where was the mother?
The parents, where the hell was the mother? The mother's like right on the side of this massive house. I mean, I know American houses probably average bigger than the houses we have here in England, probably. But Jesus Christ, that is one massive house for a social worker living on her own with 2 kids.
Yeah,
it was huge, big massive house, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you've just been drowned in the bath, but
I'll leave you alone." And then plus she sees this freaking ghost around, so it's like her believability. She's not. She knows that this thing is real, so it's like I would keep my kids as close as possible. And then also, he's saying, "Don't break these seeds." How can you not break the seeds? And how are you supposed to go outside to get food? And my wife said it's probably just to keep the ghost out until the priest can come and exorcise it. But still, it's like, I don't know. It was just, and then
I mean, sorry.
Well, I don't want to say it because it ruins the kind of the plot. But but it's just weird situations that didn't add up.
I can take it. I'm one of these people who other guys, friends and so forth, say to me, "Oh, that film was full of plot holes," and I don't see them sometimes. I can enjoy a film for what it is. I genuinely can. But this one, I rolled my eyes so many times watching it. I thought that the ghost was really creepy. I thought some of the set pieces were really good, and it was genuinely sort of, jump moments. But if you want to watch a better film that does the same thing, I think The Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe does the same thing, and it's a better film. So there you go. But I'd give it, like, if I had to rate it, I'd say like 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5 Garys?
2 out of 5 Garys, or maybe even 1.5 Garys.
I'd give it a 3. 3 Williams.
Yeah, but so you liked it. Did you sort of pick up on the plot holes in it? Like,
I always pick up on the plot holes in a lot of these movies. When I write my stories too, I go crazy. I go freaking crazy because even if when the story's finished, I still see things that can be plot holes. So there's always going to be those. You can't really stop them, but when they're too big, then you got a problem.
I think, considering she was a social worker, her responsibility to her kids was ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like, look after your children, for God's sake. There's a killer ghost on loose. Who wants to drown your children? Yeah. And you're there, in the kitchen, sort of fixing a sandwich, while your daughter's like getting murdered on the other side. A massive house. And you know what was hilarious as well? When she first, another scene which, oh my God, this just like made me go, right, okay. And I literally got up and walked out of the room and just did something else for a minute and came back in. It was when she locks her children in the cupboard or something, in the room. And then they go into the other room and sit in another room. And and then this thing comes and takes the kids, and it's like,
Yeah. Sit in front of the freaking room. It's like,
why are you sat in another room? When
Yeah.
your kids are there, what?
yeah, no, I definitely.
I went outside. I went outside and hung some washing out. 'Cause it was a nice day. I was like, right, I'm gonna hang some washing out in the garden. I've had enough.
Yeah, it's but have you ever seen La Llorona? Will you see it after what we just said? We want to know what you think about the movie, if you've seen it, or if you will see it. Or did we ruin it for you? I don't think we ruined it. We didn't say anything.
No, there's no spoilers really there.
But Gary here wants to know what you think.
I do. I genuinely want to know if I'm being harsh about this film. Yeah, I thought it was.
Jeez. Well, on that note,
Is that going to get beeped or barked? Do we still do the dog barks?
Dog barks. See you next time. Yeah, dog barks. Because everything else was too light.
Yeah.
I can't find that freaking beep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got sensor dog, so it makes sense.
Sensor dog.
Yeah, so he's having a sleep actually.
It's all with Marchese and it's all with Marchese and
this
I feel like Dane Cook.
Dane Cook, the comedian.
Yeah, no, sorry. He's the boogeyman.
That's so realistic, but it turns, and Gary will understand this, into a sort of, what's that, the movie you like?
Debbie Does Dallas.
No. No! Well, the guy that you always go to his shows and signings and stuff.
Oh, Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. What's the name of the movie? You know what? My,
Dane Cook pay-per-view.
my beard stubble looks kind of like it's. Anyway, sorry.
La Llorona.
La Llorona. And we'll go to the.
Yeah.
What should we do for the thing?
Well, it's all crying, isn't it? So maybe like then you're having a cry.
Like, okay, yeah, two little tears coming out.
Yeah. I've got time to grab a quick gin.
Yeah, good.
I'll be like 2 seconds. The fridge is right here. 1 sec. I won't be able to hear you as I get up though, so I'll be taking these out.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Hello. Right, I'm ready.
Okay.